In the green corner, we have King Todd himself, crown and all, and in the red corner, we have Quinn. So Todd will need flight to get this going, and in the absence of flight, I'm going to walk away and mute myself. Never mind, I unfortunately have to watch this game because he just brought full fire. I was really hungry too. So Todd going to be starting out with a very aggressive start, presumably a fire arrow up and to the right to circle around and deal damage to Quinn. I don't think he'll be going for a defensive position when he has a chance to deal a free batch of damage. Someone needs to tell Todd to chill. Fire arrows up and to the right, great angle of approach, does knock Quinn into the hidey hole. If we drop out into level 3s, we see Quinn's probably using a similar book to last time. Now, unfortunately for Quinn, the book that she brought last time is really great on maps where you have the ability to kind of camp out. This is not that map. You know, in the world of 60 random, this is a bad place to be. Quinn goes for the Forest Seed. Now, I suppose she can get out of that hole whenever she wants, meaning that Tot just teleporting out of the Forest Seed doesn't really do him, you know, it doesn't put him in a safe spot. But he may teleport anyway because Tot is an absolute unit. He goes for the teleport. Quinn is immediately going to be put in a position where this is a book check for flight. Opts for a sanctuary instead, no flight to be found. Tot can keep up the pressure with a lava bomb. Lava bomb will probably detower without too much skill involved in that skill shot. You could go for a magma bomb to try and get a little bit extra credit, but I feel like that'd be a waste. You could go for a napalm bomb to prevent minion shenanigans and people maneuvering things around. Another fire arrow could work, but not from that position. You know, we could see a tower, and it's going to be the last of those. So tower's out. Quinn, really not in a good position to summon minions, needs to be thinking very carefully about what spell she goes for. It's going to be a minion. You know, that's interesting. Rain of Fire comes in, clears out the swarm, and deals about 50 damage of extra credit to the tower. So tower's now down at about 25 health, exactly 25 health. Pegasus now comes out. This is the point where you want to see the Magma Bomb. So Magma Bomb will happily tuck into this beautiful hole that's been carved out. The initial blast will deal 25, killing the tower. We see Napalm Bomb instead. That's an acceptable alternative. The same logic applies, except for, in this case, it looks like the tower was falling, preventing additional damage from coming out. But the piece of Napalm was perfect. This is a great position for Tot. That Pegasus has just earned itself 2 spells of its choosing, and Quinn has earned herself 2 spells of no one's choosing except for the You see a meteor shower is going to be KOing the remainder health on the Pegasus. Quinn, once again left without a minion and left without a tower, needs to do something. I don't know what something is though. Maybe just Nature's Wrath and pray for the best. I don't even know where you put it because Rain of Arrows is up. Maybe you put it slightly to the left and then force it to come in through the right. Forest Seed is interesting. You know, I question whether or not Tot just decides to hit the bomb anyway. Tot goes for the Rain of Arrows. They unfortunately come in with way too much heat, such that there's going to be no curving of that shot afterwards. So Sanctuary comes back out. Could be another opportunity for a bomb. Instead goes for the Dragon on a 60-second map. Dragon seems like a perfectly great minion to have around. We see no reason why she should be able to clear this dragon from the map. So maybe she just decides, yep, it is time for the Nature's Wrath. So if I'm Tot, I'm thinking that there's a gap here where the Wrath won't push away. If he jams a bomb in there, particularly a lava bomb due to its high explosion radius, we could very well see a dig. Now, Tot, thinking in more direct terms, decides that it's just going to be a fireball and we're going to dig through. and by the time we're done digging through, that sanctuary will be gone. Quinn, once again in this awkward position of what spell do I cast, goes for another Pegasus. Now, I think Meteor Shower's on a 7-second cooldown, so won't be seeing that. Rain of Fire could be used. We see Napalm instead. A little curious why not just inch closer before drilling that Napalm in, but you know, Tat's the one in the round of 4, not me. Drain Bolt comes out. Looks like Quinn is interested in getting some of her health back. A very unfortunate position where Tat's map spawn volcano is going to be applying some pressure to Quinn. Now, he goes for another Napalm. This one actually going to not take the time. Quinn has a second volcano to her left. You know, the unfortunate thing is she cannot move the Nature's Wrath to block here. Instead dropping a Forest Seed, which immediately dies. You know, if I'm Tat, I'm still thinking about moving over to the left and just drilling Napalm down on the low end. We'll see if Tat ends up going for this. Instead says, no, Rain of Arrows from the left seems to be at this point in time. Goes ahead and gets a bit of extra damage on Quinn, a little extra credit as we call it. Quinn going to jam herself further into the Nature's Wrath, preventing any unsavory spells from making their way to her, unless it's a volcano from the bottom, which, I don't want to make any assumptions here, but volcano from the bottom starts to look like a really good spell when you realize that Quinn has to take 2 turns to get to the safe spot. But Quinn and Red better players than myself, potentially opting to hold on a little bit longer. I don't know what spell she casts here. Once again, I don't think she has anything for the situation. Goes for the elves. Now, those elves will not be getting hit if any bombs manage to jam themselves into this hole, of which we have none so far. Tot could opt for a Napalm here. He could opt for an Alt Fire bomb to jam itself right there, which would, alright, we see the Napalm. Napalm doing most of the health. Tower still has 5 health left. Quinn is getting absolutely crushed by the map right now. Now has Volcano beneath her, which when she loses that tower, is going to be dealing direct damage to her and her elves all at once. We could see a double drain here in order to get to a slightly higher health amount. Double drain is on the way, so more bombs are cast away. However, a fireball from that volcano is going to kill one of the elves, minimizing the amount of additional draining. I think Quinn's 246 plus 5, so I think Napalm will do plenty of work here. You really just want to get her out of the tower. You only need 5 damage to do so. And 5 damage she shall receive, actually 10. And she is now at the mercy of the volcano immediately next to her. Probably wants to get out, not many places to do so. Pegasus will not be providing that much needed relief, but will be used to block further assault from Tot. So unfortunately, Volcano beneath her won't deal any more than like 75 damage max, unless he gets really lucky with the RNG. So he's still got a little bit of time before Quinn gets escorted off of this map. Pegasus is going to be serving a body doctor from the volcano on her end. We'll see how effective it is. We're also going to probably see Tot back off, throw another Napalm, and continue drilling with that fiery drill that will pierce the heavens one day. We see it, and then we see our friend Quinn aided in her escape. Does now get to roam free if there were not a dragon waiting for her. So it just feels like Tot's been in control of the game the entire time. I mean, you know, we just haven't seen much in the Book of Quinn. It looks like she brought the same book that she used against me, which is it worked against me. You know, let's be honest. I got washed, but it's not going to work in this situation unless she has a couple of aces up her sleeve. You know, the Full Fire book is all business compared to my relatively passive book. I don't know. So we see Quinn opts for a forest seed. The volcano's probably going to kill it though, so I think the forest seed will only protect her for about half a turn. And even then, Rain of Arrows from the left side seems like a pretty good option. Alternatively, a well-placed bomb could get down there, and a magma bomb in that slot is going to end her career. You just see a fireball though. Fireball dealing a generous 61 damage there, and then the volcano finishing off and dealing an additional like 55 damage. So Quinn now down at 124 to Tot's 220. Turns out a stray piece of napalm is going to prevent Tot from a perfect game. Could be another Sanctuary, but Sanctuary is only going to delay the inevitable with a 90 damage napalm available. So Sanctuary is the volcano map is gonna create problems for that. We see the tower's already down to about 67 health. Took a little bit of damage there. Napalm is available to drill straight through this tower. US man unfortunately has lost his match, meaning that moving on. On the side, we see Tot actually getting creamed by that volcano, and we have a red carpet ready for him to be knocked around a little bit. Vine Whip could be a very, very, very fun spell right now. And you want it to be Vine Whip and not Arcane Flash in the event that Flash does something weird. I don't know, this looks fun. What is Quinn to go on? We see Drain Bolt. So Drain Bolt's going to deal about 60. That's going to hurt her a lot.